Hey guys, so let's look at the top 5 tools for coding. These are my top 5 tools that every developer should have. It's just my opinion, so you may have different apps that are your favorites. But yeah, let's get into this. So firstly, we can't really talk about coding without talking about Visual Studio Code. So first on the list, we'll start looking at VS Code. And this is one of the best, if not the best IDE in my opinion. It works with any programming language. You just have to click on the extensions here and install the extension for the language you want to work with. Also, it has themes which work right out of the box. We just click on a theme we want and we click set theme here. And if we hit enter here, it will save this theme. And then we also have things for speeding up coding, like this auto rename tag extension, where if I were to update a tag here, it would automatically update the closing tag as well. So I'm just going to change this to an A tag just to show it to you. And yeah, there's a lot of cool extensions we can have. Another cool thing is that we can debug right from our IDE, which this is a lightweight IDE which doesn't usually have debugging features and stuff. We also have Git and source control built directly into the IDE. We have a terminal built into the IDE, so you're getting the best of everything here. So next on the list, I want to look at PowerToys. And this is something that was created by Microsoft, and it's not installed by default on Windows. You will have to search for it and install it. And basically what it is a bunch of tools that help you with anything basically. So for example, there's this text extractor, where if I click on it, we can select any text on the screen and it will actually copy that. So if I head to the browser here, I can now paste that in. And this even copies text from images and stuff like that. And then inside of Power Tools, we also have this thing called the search, which you can bring up by pressing Alt and space. You may need to enable it from the Power Tools settings. And in here, we can basically open any software just by typing in the name. So that brings us to the third software on our list, which is Local Send. So with Local Send, you can send files to any device on your network. So I use this to send stuff between my phone and computer. It's really fast, better than plugging in a cable or anything like that. You just install the Local Send app on your phone and install Local Send on your PC. And then you head to the Send tab here on one device. And basically you just drag and drop in any file here. And then on your mobile device, you just need to have Local Send opened and it will show up down here. If I click on that now, it will send the file I just dragged in here to my phone. So it will ask me to confirm, and if I hit accept here, it will send that file over. And this also works with text as well. So if you need to copy and paste something between your devices, you can do that through this text option here. Paste, you have folders as well. And yeah, Local Send is by far the best way to send stuff between devices in my opinion. So at number 4 on the list, we have Conda. Now this is not something that I use very often, but when I do need to use it, it really comes in handy. What it does is, if you look at my terminal here, you can see that it says base right here. And if I were to type conda env list, it will list out different environments that I have installed here. So what this allows me to do is install different tools based on the environment here. So for example, I have one called MySQL here. And let's say I wanted to install a tool for MySQL, but I didn't want it installed on my main environment. So I didn't want something that could affect the other things I have installed. I can do conda activate and then MySQL, and this will activate the MySQL environment. And basically anything I install in here will be separated from the other environments that I have. So this is a good way to install things that may conflict with each other. Especially if you want to install different versions of programming languages or stuff like that. Yeah. So to head back to a different environment, we just want to do conda deactivate here. And that will bring us back to the base, and we can just head into a different environment from there. So yeah, this is definitely one of the top tools. So at number 5 on the list, and the list is definitely in no particular order, we have GitHub. So Git and GitHub are basically a website and a tool that work with each other to allow you to track the changes to your projects, and GitHub allows you to host those projects online. So if I were to click on one of my projects here, I can see the files from the website here, and if I wanted to work on it from a different computer, I can just run the command git clone and this URL here, and it would just have my project set up and ready for me to continue working on. It also has version tracking, so if I were to click on this commit button here, we could see all of the different commits I made over the project lifetime. And yeah, this is definitely one of the best tools for coders. I would put this up on the list next to VS Code. I think if you could only have two tools from here, VS Code and Git would be the two that you should take. So yeah guys, this has been my top 5 tools for coders. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.